All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have another off-season Los Angeles Lakers video. Trying to pump these out as much as you guys want. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Just hit 5.1K subs today. Thank you guys so much. We're really crawling up there. So, Lakers content, you guys want it, hit that sub button, man. So, a report came out today from Mark Stein. He said the Lakers talks with Sacramento on a potential deal headlined by Buddy Hield and Kyle Kuzma are the most serious so far, league sources say. But San Antonio is also believed to have interest in Kuzma in possible sign-and-trade scenarios involving free agent to be DeMar DeRozan. So I love DeMar DeRozan on the Lakers, but I also love Kyle Kuzma on the Spurs. Not every time you do a trade, it makes total sense for both teams, but I think it makes way too much sense for both teams. The San Antonio Spurs, they're in a weird position. They have a decent amount of young talent, but they've been hovering around trying to stay relevant the last couple of years. It seems like they don't want to do a full-on rebuild, and this would help immediately. I would say DeMar DeRozan is a really big reason as to how and why they were able to make the play-in tournament last season. Don't forget Kyle Kuzma in his second season in the NBA averaged 18.7 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. And in his rookie year, he averaged 16 points and 16 rebounds. Also a solid three-point shooter. He's a 34% three-point shooter in his career. Gets it done from beyond the arc. He's so young. He's 25 years old. This is perfect. You can build around a guy like Kyle Kuzma. No one's seen him actually have a lot of playing time since 2 years ago when LeBron James came and he was putting up pretty solid numbers without King James. So they'd be able to build around Kyle Kuzma. And also DeMar DeRozan on the Lakers is a perfect fit. 21.6 points per game last season, 4.2 rebounds, career high 6.9 assists. Now, he is a horrible three-point shooter. However, he is an incredible playmaker, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But he made it clear in his interview with Shannon Sharpe. He said on, quote, "It's about winning at this point. I made enough money, but the ultimate goal is to win a championship. You'd love to have the opportunity to play at home, especially if they want you. Why not? I think it would work between me, LeBron, and AD. We're smart basketball players, and it's all about coming together." I agree fully. So the trade is literally just a straight-up swap. DeMar DeRozan signed for a 3-year, $45 million contract for Kyle Kuzma, who's on a 3-year deal, making about $13 million a year. Perfect swap. DeMar DeRozan, as he mentioned, it's not about money at this point in his career. He just wants to win. And come and join LeBron James. It's a perfect recipe for winning. I also really like DeMar DeRozan. If he were to only take about $15 million a year, I bet if the Spurs re-signed him, he'll probably want like 20 again. I'm not sure every team would offer him $20 million because he is getting there in age. He's going to be 32. However, that's not that old. That's not that old at all. So what I like about DeMar DeRozan taking a little bit less money is it leaves the door open for more deals. You can go out and try and get Dwight Howard. You can try out and get Carmelo Anthony. You can stack this team up loaded with veterans and enough young talent so that in case anybody were to get hurt, or just enough depth that in case anybody were to get hurt, because if you're dealing with older players, more likelihood of injury. But that's why you're getting the depth. That's why you're getting the Dwight Howard. That's why you're getting guys like Carmelo Anthony, and it still leaves the door open for trades. The sign and trade with Dennis Schroeder for Kyle Lowry, all that stuff is still on the table. But what the best part about DeMar DeRozan to the Lakers is just his playmaking ability. 6.9 assists this past season. I don't think too many people around the league really understand what DeMar DeRozan did for the San Antonio Spurs last season. Without DeMar, they are definitely not making the play. They have some good young talent, right? Keldon Johnson really came through this season after no one really was expecting that. They've got Derek White. They've got DeJounte Murray, who's one of the best guard defenders in the NBA. They've got proper pieces, But without DeMar DeRozan, he's that glue. He's that glue holding that entire team together. And I'm telling you, 7 assists, career high, that's really good. That is really good. So ever since he's gotten to Sacramento, he just upped his assist total about at least 1.5 every season. And with LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers, they desperately need a playmaker. Desperately need a playmaker. I like Dennis Schroeder. I think Dennis Schroeder has good playmaking ability. I just think he's better suited in a bench role. I think he's better suited in a bench role or just on a team maybe like the New York Knicks or even a team where he just has free reign of that offense. However, I don't know many teams that are going to want to pay Dennis Schroeder a 4-year contract worth $100 million to give him the keys to the offense. It seems like a pretty big gamble that could have you stuck for a couple of years if he doesn't put out. However, he's a solid player. I just don't think he's their best starting point guard option. I would rather if the Lakers had Rajon Rondo. I think if Rajon Rondo was starting and Dennis Schroeder was coming off that bench, no matter the injuries that they suffered, I think they're getting out of that first round. I think they ultimately probably make the NBA Finals. I think a healthy Los Angeles Lakers team makes the NBA Finals. But we also saw with the Milwaukee Bucks winning the NBA Finals this year that you don't necessarily need to be a great three-point shooting team. And DeMar DeRozan will tell you that. He only shot 26% from deep this past season, shot exactly the same 26% the season before, and shot a horrible 17% in his first year in San Antonio. He's pretty much significantly dropped his three-point. He only takes 1 3 a game. This was the first season he's averaged a 3 a game since 2017, 2018, which was his last year in Toronto. Kind of crazy. He was making 1 3 a game in his last year in Toronto, putting up about 3.5 at a 31% clip. That seems to be one of his best three-point shooting seasons, but I don't think he's really focused on that too much anymore. Right now, it's most important for DeMar DeRozan to stay healthy, keep attacking that mid-game, and just keep playmaking, man. That's really important. The 61 games he played this last season, it's not that troublesome. It's really encouraging. And they'll be able to kind of, not necessarily load manage, but they'll be able to figure it out as to how to not get any of these guys, these veterans, burnt out before the playoffs. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Once again, if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button. It means a lot. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow.